But I have had a total of 21 teeth pulled.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, a lot of them were baby teeth. Some of them were adult teeth.
Yeah.
And then wisdom teeth. And I also had braces twice, which I think I've mentioned before.
I've been fortunate to not have any teeth pulled. But I did have, I had some pretty extensive orthodontic
You should try
stuff.
it. It's really fun.
Really? I guess I've had my wisdom teeth
Yeah.
taken out. So that's more of a surgery than like a straight pulling.
Yeah.
But yeah. It doesn't sound fun. Did you have
it's a great time.
What were your orthodontic appliances?
I had the one that took your molars and shoved them apart.
Okay, yeah, it's like the bridge that went across the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, but not the one that you had to twist the key on. It just did it by itself.
Oh, it did.
That was also one that when the orthodontist took it out, he kind of dropped it down my throat.
Oh gosh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
How did
my orthodontist was a quack?
Can I ask his name? Can you cut that part out if you say his name?
I can. Oh, I can bleep it. It's Dr.
Okay, never mind. I was wondering if it was the same guy. I did Gill Orthodontics. It was
no.
I hated going to that place, but
yeah, okay, orthodontists are so much worth bad.
You think
they're bad?
Okay. They are worse. They're much worse than the dentist. I mean, I guess looking back, I can say that it was worth it, and now that I have straight teeth, but still, it was not. It was always my least favorite part of any time in my life was coming back from the orthodontist, and then your teeth are all sore, and then they feel crooked in your mouth, and I also had the one where you turn the key. My parents would go every night. I would have to lay back and open my mouth, and they would jam the key in there and turn it.
That is horrible.
Really unfortunate. And how did yours work that you didn't have to turn something? It just was constantly expanding?
I have no idea.
Was it a kind of steampunk sort of thing where there's just constant gears turning?
Yes,
it was clicking and turning. There was steam and constantly
coming from my mouth.
Okay. Steam powered
engine. We actually had to shovel coal into my mouth in order to get it to work.
Wow. Okay. So that actually sounds worse than the key turning.
It was pretty cool. Actually,
okay. It was cool. Okay.
How
hot did that get?
And it's so hot. At least what temperature does coal burn at?
At least that temperature.
It was a minimum of at 75 degrees.
Okay. So your minimum of 10, 15, 20 degrees below your body temperature.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why it was fine, because typically my body temperature would just power it or burn the coal to power it.
That's actually kind of a genius device.
It is.
It was powered by your body temperature.
We had to insert that into my tummy, but yeah.
Insert what into your tummy?
The engine.
Oh, okay. And somehow that powered the device up in your mouth.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, because I would eat the coal, which would then go into the engine, and then power the device to expand my teeth.
Gotcha. How many years did you have this going on?
I think I had that for a year and a half. But that's the reason I still have a slur when I speak.
Why, you still yell slurs at other races?
No.
Okay. Just because I'm such a bitter, hateful person from that experience that's how you see the world now. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right.
My orthodontist, he was... What is the least offensive race? Hold on. Which one are we still allowed to make fun of?
The white Caucasian. We're still allowed to make fun of
Caucasian. Yeah, he was
people.
white, and so I yell cracker a lot.
That was how you introduced yourself. That's how you said hi every time you walked in.
Yeah. I was like, "What up, cracker?"
Nice.
That doesn't sound here's the thing. The N-word can sound cool.
This is the hottest.
Not from a white person.
The hottest take we've had yet.
No.
This is it, everyone. No. This is the official hot take of the episode.
No, it is not. I will stand by it, though. It can.
All right.
We should start the episode. We should end.
This is definitely going to be a note in our document.
Take away the engine steampunk stomach part, not the racism part, please. Hello, and welcome to Unqualified, or whatever is going to actually be named, because it might be changing. Anyways, a show...
Welcome to Dying on Auntie's Hill.
No. Die on Any Hill. A podcast where two white guys...
Two ants talk about their opinions.
Yes.
Because it's their hill.
The Queen,
Auntie's Hill.
Pretty cool, am I right?
The Queen?
Like the ant queen?
Oh, no. I was talking about an aunt, like a relative. An auntie. Because you're dying on Auntie's Hill.
Wine. It's pretty cool, am I right?
Red or white?
Actually, my favorite type of wine is mead, thank you.
Okay.
Anyways, point of the show. We each bring a hot take each week and discuss those hot takes with all the expertise that we have, which are none.
That's correct. Good job.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Love the feedback.
All right.
So, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I've already forgotten what mine was, so...
That's fine.
If you
I forgot what yours was too.
Okay.
So the hot take I'm bringing this week is that, listen, we all know cars. They're pretty cool, right?
Oh, okay, I remember mine. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Sure. Cars. They're pretty cool.
The Pixar movie. Yeah.
You know what makes a car cooler? Removing, well, one, a regular car is cool, but take a Jeep. You remove the doors. You remove the roof. It becomes even cooler, right?
Sure.
Take one step further, remove the wheels. Remove two of those wheels, you get a motorcycle. It's even cooler.
Sure.
All right, what's the next step? Obviously, it's to remove the seat.
Of course.
And this is why the Segway is the optimum transportation device.
So it
is... Yes?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, it's my time here. Okay? So maybe you should respect that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's stylish. It's speedy. It comes in all kinds of unique flavors.
Are you done yet? Are you done?
I mean, yeah, I don't really have much on this side.
So by your method of just removing things from a vehicle makes it cooler, you could say that a hoverboard is actually the coolest because it's a Segway with a handle removed.
No. Hoverboards are stupid.
How does that not work?
Listen, you know who uses hoverboards?
I do. I do.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is an audio medium. Raising your hand does not translate. Yeah, my point exactly. Nerds and losers. Influencers. The absolute dregs of society. You know who uses Segways?
non-influencers, people who don't really have any effect on anything, people that, no one cares, people that, blend in, that everyone else ignores.
No.
They have no
These
influence.
are people who, if you are on a Segway, you stand out. You are taller than everyone around you. You are more mobile.
True. That's true.
You strike a presence.
Take it.
And our country's most important members, those men and women who protect our retail locations.
That's true. Kevin James.
Yeah. He uses one, and are you telling me?
And it was pretty cool in that
Mr. Blart is not just amazing and cool and sexy?
I'm definitely not saying that. He is all those things.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why don't we take it one step further and remove the motor, and it's just wheels in your shoes? What about Heelys? Aren't Heelys the ultimate form of transportation?
Yeah, but there's no speed. You have to have gravity with Heelys.
That sounds like a you problem. If you don't have speed in your Heelys.
No, that sounds like a you problem.
I have speed on my Heelys. I don't have Heelys, but if I did, I could probably go pretty fast.
Do you actually have Heelys?
I don't. My parents wouldn't let me have them.
Mine either!
Because they were too dangerous, I guess. Also, no, you couldn't wear them anywhere. Places won't let you have them. They're a hazard, I guess. I don't know for other people.
I wanted Heelys,
yourself,
and then
but
my dad said no, they're stupid.
He just
that was his exact words to me. Yeah.
Do you remember all the innovations that Skechers had? Do you remember the ones that they had a little air pocket thing in the bottom of the shoe? And they advertised it as air conditioning for your foot, and so every time you stepped, it would blow air into the shoe. Do you remember this? Yes.
I do not remember this at all.
I feel like
Skechers that lit up.
Every year they came out with some new crazy invention of shoes that they were advertising. Heelys was definitely the coolest and the best of them. But
was Heelys a Skechers product?
Was it not? Maybe.
I thought they were their own brand.
Okay, well, maybe Skechers is an entirely different thing. Take an even better form of transportation, take away the wheels, and it's just your feet with air-conditioned shoes on. Now that's the ultimate way to get around town.
I think you have a point here. I thought you were going to head in the unicycle direction.
What's really the most important part of a car? The air conditioning. And that's the one thing you're keeping with these shoes.
You do have a point.
Yeah.
Because we've all had cars that don't have air conditioning, and it sucks. You don't even want to drive it.
And so with this, you don't have to. You just walk with
just your feet.
Yep. All right.
Do you think they could, wire those shoes up to a whole suit to, air condition your body as you step?
That sounds like it would smell terrible. The air, all the air.
No, it has air conditioning. It has airflow.
But it's coming from inside your shoe.
Is that where your foot air conditioning comes from?
Yes.
No, it comes from the air pocket.
Well, the air pocket is in your shoe. It expands when your foot lifts up, and then when you put your foot back down, it's all air from inside the shoe. I have a hard time believing that it's cold air, but
how does this work? I'm looking up these shoes because I'm looking it up confused.
As we speak as well.
Because
I just remember
is it
the
just
ad
blowing
on TV.
the Skechers?
Maybe it wasn't Skechers.
Because how I'm imagining is it's in the heel. Is what I'm thinking. Or is it in the toe? Is it the entire sole?
I can't even find these shoes online anymore.
Cyberbackpack.com. Step into the future with air. Oh, that's an ad. Hold on. No, I don't want 30% off when I sign up for email. No, I don't want notifications. Step into the future with air-conditioned shoes. Say goodbye to sweaty feet forever.
Wait, did you find them?
Yes.
What is it called? I can't find them anymore. I don't even know if they're Skechers.
Well, I don't know if these are real. These might not be real.
They're too good to be true. It was definitely like an ad that I saw on TV all the time.
Yeah, but if you have a Segway, then you have natural air conditioning.
Okay.
From the speed, from the momentum.
That's true. Yeah, we really got off topic of your Segway.
Yeah, the important topic. Everyone should be on Segways.
I do agree. Oh, wait, no. Here's another shoe variety that I saw online. Is they have like little treadmills on the bottom of the shoe. And so it's like you're constantly walking on one of those airplane or airport moving sidewalks. And so it helps you walk like 3 times as fast.
I feel like I would fall.
They claim it is AI powered, so it learns how to keep up with like the way you step, the right speed.
What does that mean?
I think AI is just a buzzword now for it learns as it continues to learn. And...
I mean, yeah, but like, yeah, I feel like I've heard, yeah, it is a buzzword, I think.
Yeah.
It's AI powered. What does it mean it's AI? Do I have a computer program named Charles speaking to me through my shoes and being like, walk faster, buddy? And I'm going to be like, no, I walk at my speed.
Here, look it up. They're $1,400 and they're AI powered shoes that will make you walk 2.5 times faster. It's called
2.5. That's not worth it.
Shift Robotics Moonwalkers.
The first thing that popped up
fastest
was
shoes.
Joy Fei Jump Shoes Gen 2.
I don't know what those are. Don't click on that.
I did. It's too late. I'm going down the rabbit hole.
It says they only move when you do.
I just googled AI. Oh, Moonwalkers. I found them.
Increase walking speed 250%. They have 8 wheels on them. They can navigate any terrain.
Why would you want these? Okay, these aren't shoes. These are things you attach to your shoes.
No, are they? I think they're shoes.
It looks like they're things that just strap to your shoes.
I think that's...
Oh, there's a show of a man in a warehouse.
Maybe you're right.
So you can be more offensive, more efficient.
More offensive.
More offensive.
so you can run to yell your slurs somewhere else faster.
Yes, which is what I need.
Yeah.
You know, I thought the Segway was going to be it. I thought that was going to be the fastest way I could shout my slurs. But no.
The thing with
the Moonwalkers.
Yeah. The thing with a car is that you can't drive it into smaller places. You got to roll down a window to yell a slur. You
cannot drive it into crowds. Unless you're committed.
You definitely can't do that. Unless you're like going out full hate crime, but I wouldn't recommend that.
I mean, no, only slurs, no hate crimes.
Slurs. Yeah.
Is a slur a hate crime?
It is. Well, maybe. It depends on the context, I guess. It's definitely hateful and could be a crime if you're screaming it in public.
Maybe this is a hot take to bring up later, but I don't think it's that hot of a take. I don't understand shoe collectors. Like
I thought it was your hot take was gonna be slurs are not a hate crime. You sounded so earnest all of a sudden, and you were like, I don't know if this is the place to say this, but anyways, go ahead. Yeah. Shoe collectors.
Like, why would you pay $1,500 for a pair of shoes
Because they have 8 wheels on them, and you can walk 2.5 times faster.
And they're AI powered,
And
apparently.
they're AI powered. So,
Charles will be talking to you the whole time and telling you where you need to go and the most efficient way to get there.
that would be worth it, I think, if it was talking to you too. Like yelling directions at you from your feet. Turn left
from your feet. Left.
Yeah, it's not like a AirPods or anything that you put in your ears. It's just like a super loud speaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just from your shoes.
I don't collect shoes either. I buy like maybe one pair of shoes every couple of years that I wear to death. And then that's it.
I agree. And I buy a specific type of shoe that are the one that I like, and they are pretty much the only shoe that I buy.
Actually, if I remember correctly, you don't even wear shoes, do you?
Well, the shoes I buy may or may not be barefoot shoes.
Now they're
not okay.
Okay, when you say barefoot shoes, do you mean the shoes with the toes?
No, I've tried those and I hate them.
Okay. What is a barefoot shoe? That sounds like an oxymoron.
So they're called Limbs. They're a company out of Boulder, Colorado. They're fantastic. I love their shoes. Their Boulder boot is my favorite shoe of all time, and that is the shoe that I buy. Maybe once a year, typically every 2 or 3 years. So they have a super wide toe box, and they have no arch in the sole, and they're awesome. And I can feel everything underneath my feet, because the biggest thing I hate about shoes is how numb my feet feel inside of them. Like you can't feel anything underneath you, and it bothers me so much.
That's
because I spent years going barefoot everywhere, and I still do whenever I can.
And so you like to be able to feel the ground beneath your feet.
Yes.
But aren't your feet like so covered in calluses from walking barefoot everywhere? Can you even feel anything at all?
Oh yeah. Okay. Everything's got a texture, man. It's great.
Okay, what a statement. Maybe I'll try.
But I can also run full sprint across gravel.
With the shoes or without the shoes?
No, barefoot.
Not with the barefoot shoes, or barefoot without barefoot shoes?
Just bare feet, no shoes, period.
Okay. Okay. You like textures on your feet?
And people are always like, that's gross. Your feet get dirty. Yeah, your feet get dirty inside of shoes. You know what my feet don't do? Stink, because they aren't all sweaty and gross inside of a shoe all day.
That's true. I'm not there to smell your feet right now, but
smell my feet.
I don't know.
Come fly over here. Get on a plane right now and smell my feet.
So I can confirm whether or not. Do you wear your shoes where you work in the restaurant?
Yeah, I'm required to.
Okay. You don't like to feel the texture of the tile floor? Can you feel?
Well, I don't have a choice.
Okay.
I work in a restaurant.
Cut that part out. I don't know where that was going with that. But
no.
Anyways, back to Segways.
Yeah.
Have you ever ridden a Segway?
You? I have never ridden a Segway.
Okay, so you really have no credibility on this. Okay, whatever. I guess that's the name of it.
Yeah, but I've seen people on Segways, and every time I do, I'm like, dang, what a cool guy.
That's true. They are. I'm always jealous. Like when I see someone on a Segway, I'm like, I wish I was that person right now.
See?
But
you see a Segway, and you wish you were on a Segway.
As we were talking about before the show, I have a hoverboard, and it's a pretty fun time rolling around the house. Try cooking in the kitchen with a Segway. You can't because there's that massive handle. But on a hoverboard, you're flying around the kitchen, grabbing stuff from everywhere.
Do you actually use it when you're cooking?
Not super often, but I have done it. I have made ramen with a hoverboard before.
Why? Especially ramen. You put it in boiling water and you let it sit there.
Well, no, you're still going back and forth. You get a pot, you go to the sink, you fill it with water, you go back to the stove, you go get some spices, you go get cilantro from the fridge, you go get an egg from the fridge.
You put cilantro in your ramen?
Oh, yeah. Are you one of the people that it tastes like soap to?
No.
Okay. Do you
Thank
like
God,
it?
because I do really like cilantro.
And you're like surprised about putting in ramen?
Yeah, I've never done that. I'll put an egg in ramen, obviously, but
I put cilantro on literally everything that's savory.
huh.
Anyways.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I really don't have much to say about the Segway because I've never ridden one, but I do agree they look cool, and I have always wished to ride one.
I was, so when I was at the theme park,
The theme
the
park.
year I moved, the theme park, the world's first theme park,
Yes.
Segway
City.
Their security had a Segway, and when I was an EMT there, the year I became an EMT there, one of the ladies, like my boss, broke her foot getting off a Segway.
Oh
And
gosh.
so the park banned everybody from using the Segways.
Did she run over her own foot or something? Or what?
I don't know exactly.
Huh.
But yeah, she is.
Actually, maybe I have been on a Segway. I'm vaguely having memories of being on a Segway somewhere. And I remember it was so much leaning forward that it was really hurting my feet. Because you're constantly like pushing forward. But
Is that how you control it? By pushing the stick forward?
I don't know. I just have this vague memory of my feet really hurting after getting off something similar to a Segway. So maybe I did have actually ridden a Segway before. But maybe it was probably
cooler and cooler.
If anything, it was probably just an off-brand Segway, and that's why my feet hurt. Because there's no way people would ride regular Segways if they were so painful. I also just have really weak ankles, weak feet. Like, I can't do like ice skating because my feet, like
Really?
my ankles, hurt after like 30 minutes. Like I can still do it, obviously. It's just like not pleasant because
no, you step out on the ice and you're just instant break.
Yeah, it's just and I crumble to the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
Weak baby ankles. I could spend hours on a Segway. I got big man ankles.
Well, you spent 0 hours on a Segway, so I don't.
Yeah, but I could if I wanted to. So
you have the ankles
don't
to
come
spend
at me.
Hours on a Segway.
I have the ankles for a Segway.
Think how
that's actually. I've been told that I have Segway ankles.
I can't imagine that was a compliment when they said it. Maybe you chose to take it as one, and good for you. But there's no way the person who said it meant it as a compliment. No,
it was. It was Mr. Segway who did. Actually.
Oh, Mr. Segway himself. He took one look at your ankles and said, "Boy, you could ride a Segway for hours with those."
Yep, with those ankles.
Okay, well, good. Hold that one close to your heart. Can you imagine how different our world would look if everybody got around by Segways? Like, there were no roads. They were just... or there were roads,
do you mean the perfect world?
Yeah, can you imagine the perfect world where it's just people on Segways? Like, the highway is just people on super fast Segways.
Like, so many people on...
They're, like, leaning so far forward that they're almost, like, touching the ground. They're, like, almost parallel to the ground, and they're just...
It would solve like traffic issues everywhere.
I think it would multiply traffic issues everywhere.
It would solve like global warming because they're electric.
Okay.
Right? I assume they're not gas powered.
Yeah, they're probably electric. How would you carry your groceries?
Just put a basket on there.
Okay, I get that. Makes sense.
Have like.
What if you have more than a single grocery bag?
You could have one of those like those bike trailers that people have to attach to the back of the Segway.
Or a sidecar, like on a motorcycle.
Yeah, you can have a Segway sidecar.
Yeah, for your groceries, that's good.
Yeah, for your groceries and your girl.
The groceries and all your girls. I'll need at least 2 sidecars.
All those babes you'll be getting from riding a Segway.
Yeah. yeah, I don't know if I can imagine that world, but I am intrigued by it.
Sure.
All right. Well, that was a good topic.
That was a
about
segue.
Mainly shoes. But
And the segue.
Speaking of segues,
yeah.
On to the next topic. Get it? Because it was a segue to the next topic. Back to how we started segues about take a car and making it cooler. Instead of taking anything away from the car, you just add some corners and some edges to it. And
you make it edgy.
You make it an edgy, cool car and market it with a hamster. That sounds like probably the coolest car out there, right?
You are? Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Enter the Kia Soul, the coolest car of them all. And guess where you need to go in style? It can fit into any kind of square entryway, and it's got a lot of space in the back. You don't realize how much space it has till you sit in there. But they're pretty cool. Pretty cool cars.
Have you been in a Kia Soul? Because I have not.
In fact, I own one. So
really?
Yeah. That's why I'm
nice
talking about it. You thought I was just passionate about it?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only reason I care about it. But they're nice cars, and all my friends like to hate on it. In fact, there's a whole Instagram, the whole side of the internet that's dedicated to hating on Kia Souls. So that's why I've become so defensive of them, because they're good cars. Oh, sorry. Is this not interesting enough for you?
I was looking up a picture. Thank you.
Okay.
I had to refresh my memory.
You got what? Yeah, you didn't even know what a Kia Soul was when I first mentioned it to you, which is kind of crazy.
Correct.
But now you know. Like, are you on the same page here?
I am. I am a fan of cars that are boxes.
Yeah.
Well, my first car was a Jeep.
You had a Jeep.
Yeah, and now I have an FJ Cruiser, which is also a box.
Sweet. Do you still have the what was that other car you guys had?
Like the one my parents had?
Yeah, the tan gray one. Forerunner. The Forerunner.
One.
Was it a Forerunner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a Forerunner.
And then that was another.
They no longer have a Forerunner, but they do have a Sequoia, which is another giant box.
Nice. Yeah, it is the ideal way to get around. It's got so much space in it.
It is.
It you make a statement when you enter the parking lot. Doesn't really need to be said what that statement is, but you certainly make one. And
I mean, that statement goes without saying.
The statement
we all know what it is.
The statement goes without being stated.
Yeah.
It's the statement is just stated by being a statement. It doesn't need to be said.
Obviously.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Kia Boys? This probably is not going to help my statement.
Nope, but we're going to Google.
So recently there's been this trend where a group called the Kia Boys are going around stealing Kias because they're missing a pretty integral safety security feature.
and they blow up?
And so they also blow up now too. That's okay.
That was the first thing that came up. Kia Boys end up stacking 3 cars on top of each other, causing a fiery wreck.
The Kia Boys are kind of unhinged. It's an online trend where someone figured out there's like a really easy way to steal Kia cars, and like all you need is like a USB cord or something like that, and someone posted a tutorial of how to do it online and started a hashtag. Kia Boys, and so people were just breaking into Kias and taking them on joyrides and then like posting videos of it and putting hashtag Kia Boys. But like in the big cities, It became like a huge issue, and like the official Kia company sent us a letter saying we're aware of the Kia Boys trend and we're sending you a free steering wheel lock. So it was that big of an issue that like the company was like stepping in.
Did you get a free steering wheel lock?
I did, yeah. I don't use it because it's not as big an issue since
Hey.
I live in a small town. But like in the big North Carolina towns, like Charlotte,
Mhm.
I knew like someone was telling me they had a friend
Ooh,
who's Kia
you've just
got...
doxed yourself. Now the Kia boys are coming after
Whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa. I said Charlotte is where it's already an issue, but I don't live in Charlotte.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The Kia boys are bad there, and this friend knew someone in Charlotte whose like Kia got stolen multiple times. So, and also
Nice.
getting a lot of letters from Kia recently. They're also blowing up now. The Kias, they have some sort of fuse issue that.
Are you pen pals with Kia?
They send me letters. I have not sent them any letters, but
So
maybe
like
I should
a
start
stalker.
writing back. Yeah, apparently
I do.
there's some recall. But my Kia's lasted 10 years without blowing up, so I feel like it can
Nice.
last a little longer.
How edgy is your Kia?
I mean, it's got at least 4 edges.
Minimum 4 edges.
Well, actually, how many does a Cube have? It doesn't have the front edges because it sticks out where the engine goes, but it's got at least... It's got at least like 7 or 8 other edges.
How many edges does a cube have?
A cube has what, 16 edges?
Wait, so it'd be...
It does. It's 4x4.
Would it be 16? No,
There's-
it wouldn't.
There's 4. It's a 4x4. There's 4 edges in a
Yeah.
square. Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
There's 6 squares in a cube. So that's... But no, it shares. The squares share an edge. So
Yeah,
so it's no, you can't just multiply it. You got to think here.
correct.
It's
You're getting there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 edges in a cube.
There we go.
So yeah, I've got at least 12 edges,
Nice.
which is edgier
Does
than
it
most
go to
cars.
Hot Topic a lot? Because it's so edgy.
It does that on its own. Yeah, I'm not in the car. It's kind of a Herbie situation. Herbie in his emo years.
Herbie in his emo years
Yeah.
became a Kia Soul.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember the hamster commercials from like
I
the
vaguely remember them.
2010s?
I
Yeah.
remember seeing them and being, this is stupid.
I'm not gonna lie, I had the same reaction when I was like 12. But
Which,
I-
that's my reaction to most commercials. I don't understand commercials.
that's true, yeah. You do say that about all commercials. You were saying you got rid of all your social media because of commercials. Certainly not because
Okay,
of a hamster
that's
Kia Soul
because-
ad, but that
No,
was something else.
that's because
Oh,
I got an ad.
Sorry, my
Oh.
light went out.
Hello?
I'm still here.
Huh, are you okay? It's
My-
the Kia Soul.
My room was
It heard
being,
us talking.
my room was being lit by a reptile light, and the light is on a timer. And so now that it's 6 o'clock, the light has turned off.
Nice.
Hey Alexa, turn on the lamp. Oh, it is back.
Hopefully no one's listening to this without earbuds. Because that'd be a bad idea. You don't want anyone to know you're listening to this.
You should actually put this disclaimer at the beginning of the episode. Listen to this on a speaker in a room with an Alexa at full blast. So cut that
Okay.
out and put that at the beginning. So like they do that.
I will do that. Hopefully. Maybe.
Okay, what were you saying before? About ads. and
Oh,
social
why?
media.
Yeah, why I deleted specifically Instagram, but I also got rid of like TikTok, and I've never really been on Facebook, and the only thing I have right now is Snapchat because of group chats. I was scrolling through Instagram one day, and I got an ad for Pizza Hut, and all it said was "buy pizza." That's it. Just buy pizza.
I do
And I'm
remember
like,
this,
what
yeah.
sort of corporate hellscape do I live in? That it's literally an order. Like, it's a
That's such
they
a
live
good
situation.
That's
No, it's
that's a
not.
great ad. It's like they didn't care. They were just like, who just said
You-
put buy pizza. I feel like it's more insulting for them to come up with some like stupid little like skit or something that has nothing to
mean-
do with pizza.
Yeah.
on one hand, obviously they're putting in more work and creativity if you appreciate that sort of thing. But I would rather it just be a picture that just says buy pizza. If I'm hungry, I'll get pizza. If I'm not, I'm just gonna click away, and then we're done with that interaction. I don't have to sit there and watch an ad and wonder, where is this? What is this advertising? Because this is some random dumb skit.
I get that. It should be clear what the ad is, but it wasn't like, oh, here's a new product Pizza Hut has brought out, or here's a deal you can get at Pizza Hut. It was just, buy pizza.
What if it was...
Do it. Buy pizza.
What if the ad was a bunch of hamsters partying?
Oh, then I'd buy the pizza immediately.
At the very end of the ad, they all get into a Kia Soul and drive off. That's effective advertising, right?
Yeah, and then I'd go buy pizza.
And then you say, pizza sounds good. And then you turn off the TV and leave.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they're no longer advertising
works, right?
with the hamsters. But yeah,
that's probably for the best.
I still have one of their hamster plushes in my car.
Why? How did you get?
It was completely unrelated to actually owning a Kia Soul. My parents took us to
I was going to say it came with the Kia.
I wish. That would have been... What a deal that would have been. But my parents took me to like a defensive driving course. And it just happened to be sponsored by Kia. And so it was part of their like end of the day goodie bag or whatever. And it had a little plush hamster in it.
Why did your parents have to take a defensive driving course?
They didn't have to. It wasn't like court mandated or anything. They just said, this would be a good idea to take this course, okay?
Why?
I don't know. It was like right when I had started driving, so it was, I don't know. I will say it was kind of fun. Like we got to do, they had this one course that you would do and they put plastic tires on, like, not even tires, they were just plastic wheels. And so there was no traction on the car. And then you would just drift it around. And I guess the point of that was to show you how easy a car drifts when the tires are plastic.
And then you obviously just like drifted around the course, Tokyo drift style.
It was less of a course, more of, I don't even remember I was driving. I don't remember if I was driving or not. But I do remember drifting in the car. They had one where they had a little obstacle come out and then you would slam on your brakes like as hard as you could, like you were going full speed, and then you would just slam like your foot like on the brakes until like you hear that grinding noise just to see how fast the car would stop.
Oh damn.
It was just to show you that cars are able to stop fast, I guess. I don't know. They had another course.
Yes. Because that's what we want to teach. Drive at full speed and then stop because your car will be fine.
There is another course where they put like goggles that simulate drunk driving on you. Have you worn those before? Like, have you seen those?
I have not, but I've seen the drunk goggles.
Yeah. And you
and I've been drunk enough that I don't need to drive well.
And you've also driven drunk before as well, too.
No, I have not.
I've seen those goggles, but have never need to wear them because I drive drunk all the time.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And so I don't know.
That's just my state of. That's how I live. I am an alcoholic.
You're just constantly drunk.
Yeah.
It all comes together.
I inject 100% alcohol into my veins every morning.
It sounds incredibly painful.
I mean, after the first 3 years, it's pretty nice. It's pretty easy.
Well, and yeah, that sounds like a fun time. Have you heard of that movie? Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a Swedish movie about these guys that are doing a social experiment where they have to maintain a like certain level of drunkenness at all time to see if they like function better as human beings. Like it's not
oh my god.
It's a fictional movie and they're not like getting
sure.
wasted or hammered or anything, but it's like they're constantly like, I guess the term is microdosing with alcohol, and just maintaining a certain level of drunkenness with the hypothesis that humans were meant to function slightly drunk, and it like helps you make better decisions, and you have a more clear, like less uptight way of viewing the world.
And how did it turn out?
It was an interesting movie. It wasn't like entirely, negative, but
Okay.
one of the guys does die, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
I feel like
damn.
they had to throw a death in there to show that, you shouldn't actually do this. But it also did like help them like loosen up in their lives, if I remember correctly. It came out a couple years ago, but Another Round, that's what it's called. And it has
Gotcha.
Mads Mikkelsen. If I'm
nice.
pronouncing his name correctly. But
the ultimate evil man.
Oh yeah, but he's not evil in this. He's a good guy. So if you want to see him as a good,
I refuse to believe that man plays anybody but a villain.
I guess if being a proponent of being constantly drunk is villainous behavior, you could say that he's still a villain in this movie. That could be villainous behavior.
Yes.
All right. Anyways,
the only movie I have ever seen Mads Mikkelsen be a good guy, or quote unquote good guy, was, did you ever watch the Netflix original movie Polar?
Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about, but no, I haven't seen it. And that movie looked horrendous. It
was bad. It was real bad.
I don't remember the plot of it, but I just remember it was like the marketing.
Oh.
It was a super like violent movie of just this guy going around killing people.
Get this. This assassin man lives somewhere cold, and then he meets Vanessa Hudgens and is like, damn, girl.
Oh, is this part of the
And then
Princess
they kidnap
Switch
Vanessa
franchise?
Hudgens. You what?
This is part of the Princess Switch franchise?
Yes. Okay. This is a part of the Princess Switch franchise.
Okay. I kind of have to watch it now, I feel like.
So one of the princesses goes into hiding in rural, cold place. I don't remember where it is.
Polar?
And then meets Mads Mikkelsen, who is an assassin. And like he wants to quit or something like that. And the assassin people are like, nah, bro. And so they kidnap the princess, and he has to go fight them with gloves that control turrets.
Turrets? Oh, on what? What?
Like machine gun turrets.
Oh,
they pew 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 pew.
The guns control them?
Well, no, he has gloves. He has gloves that have lasers, and then he points the lasers at people, and the turrets shoot them.
Okay, gotcha. I thought he was
Obviously.
just holding machine guns and wearing gloves. That's the other way that gloves could control guns.
Yeah, that is true. You can control machine guns with gloves by just pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that would be such a funny way to phrase that. Just like in one of the James Bond movies where he's talking about all these like awesome devices, and he goes, "And I got these gloves that can control machine guns." It's like, yeah, you put it on and carry it, pick up the gun and pull the trigger.
Oh, genius Q. Oh Lord.
All right. Anyways, back to Kia Souls.
Yes.
I have nothing more to say about them.
Oh, okay.
I assume you have no opinion since you didn't even know they existed until today.
I did not know they existed.
Have I never driven around you with it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember people's cars. I barely remember what my fiance's car looks like.
Well, tell me what it is. What is it? Are you about to get exposed? Do you not even know what it is now?
I know it's a Subaru. I know it's a Subaru.
What color is it? It's even worse.
It's gray, just like everything else in my life, because I'm colorblind. Thanks for bringing it up, McKay.
Yikes. Was that a slur that I just did? Was that a hate crime?
Yes, that was a hate crime.
Asking a
no, I'm pretty sure it's
what
gray.
color it is.
Gray, silver. One of those two. They're the same thing, basically.
Okay. My Kia Soul's alien green next time you see it. I guess there's...
Are you sure? Do you drive, like...
Yeah, that's the official paint color.
You drive a green Kia Soul.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know why I find this so funny, but it's just... I hate it.
Okay,
I hate it so
gosh.
much.
Why? Whoa! It's the best car.
It's disgusting color.
First of all, you can't even see color.
I can see some.
You know that there is that whole species of aliens called the Greys, right? So I guess that's what you'll think of when you see it. The gray alien.
Yes.
Because you can't even see green, you just see gray. So you're thinking of the Greys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You could just call it that instead of alien green. It's the Greys.
I think I can see green, maybe.
What color is this can? What color is this lime flavored drink?
Green.
No, it's yellow. This is yellow.
God!
It's not actually lime flavored. I lied to see if you actually knew or if you just
No!
associated. Did you actually think this was green? Because this is yellow.
Hold it up in front. With the lighting it is on, I would probably say either green, orange, or yellow.
Okay. If I told
It's
you
that area.
if I told you I had a green or orange Kia Soul, would you think that's cooler?
No.
Okay.
I still think that's a disgusting color for a car. I think yellow is a disgusting color for a car.
You don't see that too often.
I see it a lot.
Well,
there's someone in my town
color,
with a yellow FJ Cruiser, and I want to barf every time I see it.
That sounds like another you problem.
No, this is the world's problem, not mine, obviously.
Okay. Well, I am in support of oddly colored cars. I see too many of the exact same red, blue, black, and white, and that's it. Those are the only 4 colors that make up 90% of our cars. I think people should be getting more neon colors, should be getting more yellows, greens.
Well,
pinks.
If you paint something red, it goes faster.
It's true.
That was a Warhammer reference,
Okay.
if you would remember.
Oh, because you had to believe that it's red, and that makes you fast.
Well, the orcs... I'm not going to go down into the Warhammer rabbit hole again. That's going to be... Those are reserved for full episodes where I just rant about Warhammer because I need to talk about Warhammer for a bit.
That's right. Yeah, we're not even going to go over there. Okay.
No.
I feel like this is gonna...
That'll be another surprise episode where I come in and say... You get to listen to me talk about Warhammer.
What a privilege. What an honor.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I have to say.
That is also all I have to say about both the Segway and the Kia Soul.
Should we segue into the end?
Yes.